think we gotta talk about Myles Turner, a guy that's been on the radar for about half a decade at this point, at least 3 to 4 years at the bare minimum, and once again could be on the radar again going forward. Light reports said that they might have tried looking into trading for him, not only from this report from Clutch Points, but a few others at the trade deadline. And while it definitely would have made sense for them, with the Indiana Pacers having a bit of a salary cap issue going forward, they're really pushing that second apron, and that's kind of become salary cap hell for teams with the new CBA, so he might be a financial casualty for their team going forward. He will be a free agent this offseason, and if they don't retain him, obviously he could sign with any team he wants to, or they could then sign and trade him, try to get at least something for him, and I imagine the Lakers would definitely be one of the teams interested in him. You know, unfortunately not lob threat. That's my only one big gripe with him. Luka Doncic really likes playing with the lob threat, like I mentioned with guys like Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively, both of which are a whole lot better at being a lob threat compared to Myles Turner. Yes, he can kind of be a lob threat. Obviously, he's very tall at about 6'11", 7 foot, with about a 7'5" wingspan. So yes, he kind of can catch them, but definitely not an athletic lob threat. Not a guy that you can simply throw at the rim and he'll go get it. Can sometimes do that for them or for their team, but not really that great, and not compared to a Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively. Apart from that though, definitely what you want at center. A great rim protector, maybe not as good as he once was, but still nearly borderline elite, averaging about 2 blocks per game in about 31 minutes per game, averaging about 1 steal per game to go with it. A great rim protector, a guy that's definitely reliable around the rim, can anchor and man your defense, and if you don't have great perimeter defense, you want a guy like Myles Turner behind them, which likely will be the case for the Lakers going forward. Between Luka Doncic and LeBron, two not so great defenders at this point, can be who they want to be, you know, around average to good, but definitely not great, so you do want a good rim protector behind them. And then on top of that, a really good 3-point shooter, pretty elite for a big and definitely for a true center. This season shooting nearly 40% from beyond the arc on 5.1 attempts per game, and that's very high volume shooting for a big. So between the rim protection and the floor spacing, that's a luxury to have at the 5, and especially with ball dominant guys like Luka and LeBron. A guy they can actually kick it out to, and he can knock down a 3-point shot reliably. You know, maybe the Lakers' 3-point shooting curse might factor in with him, but if you're going to go with a safe bet and try to go with a safe bet, then Myles Turner would be your best bet at center in regard to 3-point shooting. And like I said before, he will be a free agent, doesn't have a team option or a player option, he'll be an unrestricted free agent, therefore allowing him to sign with any team that he wants to, and the Pacers really have no control over that if they don't give him a surprise extension, which they theoretically could do prior to the free agency, but I kind of doubt it, again with their salary cap situation, unless you take a major pay cut for them, or they would trade somebody else away and free up salary cap on their team. They really don't have a good way to address it, and again, he might be a financial casualty for their team. But with that being said, even though he would be a good fit for the Lakers, it would cost a pretty penny to get him. Either through a trade or simply signing him. You know, they really can't sign him right now. They're above the salary cap, or at least projected to be above the salary cap. And with Myles Turner likely commanding about 25, 30 to even 35 million per season going forward, that's something they really can't afford. I mean, unless they would salary dump about half their team, which obviously wouldn't be a good plan for them. So yes, it would have to come through a sign and trade for them, which theoretically could be possible. I mean, a team like Golden State made about 3 or 4 sign and trades last summer, so yes, the Lakers could do it. That would require them to stay under the second apron, which they probably plan to do anyways, but it still would be difficult nonetheless. To simply match that contract through a trade and stay under the second apron while doing it, they'd probably have to trade Rui Hachimura with a guy like Gabe Vincent with him, then give Turner that 3 to 4 year contract worth about $30 million per year, and that would be a pretty penny for them. I definitely would be open to hearing it out, at the bare minimum, hearing it out, hearing what they have to offer for him or what they want for him, what the Lakers have to give up, and for a center needy team like the Lakers, it definitely is worth looking into in my opinion.